Hello, wonderful people. A nurse from North Georgia was charged with forgery and identity theft after playing havoc with people's emotions and their bank accounts. In 2016, 29-year-old Mary Bennett lied to people all over the northern part of the state by pretending that she was dying, and in response, people donated their hard-earned money to her to help her tick items off her bucket list. Foolish as she was not expecting to get caught. Mary Bennett spent years on social media broadcasting that she was sick in order to gain sympathy from the public. As many expressed their condolences, she realized that she could con people into doing nice things for her. The licensed practical nurse disgracefully used the public's kindness to enjoy years of free activities. Bennett told people that she was diagnosed with stage 4 ovarian cancer and that she wanted to live a life to the fullest before she succumbed to her terminal illness. As well as lying online, Bennett was also getting pretty good at acting and even recorded her head being shaved in preparation for her fake chemotherapy appointments. She later posted the video online, informing her followers that she was undergoing treatment. The funds that just kept pouring in as many people sympathized with this woman. Bennett also posted pictures of her in a face mask, telling her followers that her immune system was becoming poorer and poorer. However, she fooled the public into thinking that her sickness would not stop her from living life to the max. As donations for her bucket list flooded in, Bennett realized that she could continue to cleverly manipulate her community into providing her with leisurely lifestyle so that she didn't have to pay for it. For example, some of those funds were used for a free trip to New Orleans that she bragged about on social media. While enjoying her pastimes, Bennett was brainstorming more fun things that she could do that wouldn't cost her a dime. She added a hot air balloon ride to her list, and with the sympathy of the public, she got it. The deceitful act even got Bennett a free trip to Treasure Bay Casino, a casino hotel on a beach along the Gulf of Mexico, which made use of her ability to milk her followers for every penny that she could get. Bennett kept up the charade when she competed in a marathon for cancer survivors. She continued to document her fake journey with cancer all over social media to gain the compassion of her friends, who were ultimately supplying her with her free gifts. Another one of the activities Bennett wanted to do before she was supposed to decline in health and kick the bucket was skydiving. Before jumping out of the plane, Bennett was asked by one of her crew, "Anything you want to say to the people on the ground?" To which she replied, "Another check off the bucket list?" In true con artist style, what Bennett wanted she got. A free fishing trip in the Gulf of Mexico was just another thing on her bucket list, and as the list grew bigger, so did the funds she received. You would think at some point Bennett would realize that what she was doing was not only a crime, but ethically wrong, as she emotionally blackmailed kind-hearted people. Instead, Bennett managed to increase donations for a free ride on the sky view over the Centennial Park. The supposedly dying woman also tricked the public into paying for a hunting trip with celebrity hunter Haley Haith. She updated her followers online with a gruesome photo of herself next to her trophy. She even had a professional baseball team eating out of the palm of her hand. She was gifted free tickets to watch the Atlanta Braves play, and she received a signed card from 3 of the team's players and their manager that read, "In our thoughts and prayers." It seemed that taking advantage of the people of North Georgia was becoming Bennett's full-time job. A massive spaghetti dinner was held in Bennett's honor, which raised $4,000. Local restaurant owner and host Kirk McConnell later recounted how he even gave Bennett money out of his own pocket. During all of her deceit, Bennett managed to get an honorary ride alongside the Lumpkin County Sheriff's Department during a motorcycle fundraiser in aid of her bucket list. She also obtained free tickets to Phantom of the Opera, free tickets to the World of Coke, and a free tour and cookbook from Mary Mac's Tea Room. The registered nurse squeezed a total of $25,000 from the donations of well-wishers online and in person. Bennett even lied to her close friends and family, forbidding them to accompany her to any of her medical appointments. As well as telling people she was suffering from ovarian cancer, Bennett lied to her family about having a procedure done to her brain. She faked visiting a hospital for gamma knife radiosurgery, to treat her fake brain tumors and wore bandages on her head to add flesh to her lie. In 2015, Bennett flew to Houston with her oblivious parents to visit the well-known MD Anderson Cancer Center. Bennett claimed to have an appointment in the famous cancer hospital, but instead the trip was a fun holiday. In fact, the funds for her Houston trip came from the spaghetti dinner fundraiser that raised $4,000, as well as the money from the restaurant owner's own wallet. Eventually, people began to have their suspicions about Mary Bennett and her terminal illness. Her bucket list was getting longer and longer while Bennett's condition was seemingly improving, and she was making a miraculous recovery. In 2015, Forsyth County Sheriff's Department and the Fox 5 I team received an anonymous envelope with photos of social media posts claiming Bennett was a fake all along. After an investigation into the nurse's background, authorities could see that this woman was suspicious. Detective Jeffrey Rowe was the person who conducted the investigation into Bennett. He did a background check of every hospital plus surrounding hospitals that Bennett allegedly visited, and there was no record of her. In an interview with Fox in 2016, he explained that no hospital knew of her, nor did they ever treat her for cancer. Mary Bennett was eventually arrested on charges of forgery and identity theft. The con artist was also accused of faking medical records that made her case more believable when lying about being a cancer patient. After her arrest, Detective Rowe asked Mary Bennett to show her scars from the surgeries she claimed to have had, but she replied that it was a miracle that she had none. She continued to deny her crime, but eventually surrendered to the authorities. Bennett was also called out on social media for taking advantage of people online, including sufferers of cancer, survivors of cancer, and those who have lost loved ones to the disease. Detective Rowe has asked anyone who was a victim of Bennett's crimes to come forward.